Good evening. I had to hurry up and get started because they were already going. And I said, let me just go live because
Yes, yes.
it's already started.
Mm-hmm.
I moved down from 90% of Jade to 85% in 2 minutes. So
You have
Lord,
lots to say.
it just decreased that much?
we'll see what happens this evening.
Oh Lord.
Good evening.
Now with the
Welcome.
D&D guy, you were okay. You
Oh
were
my
okay with the
gosh. Oh,
D&D
see,
guy
see, maybe
with
it's
your
80.
fireside chat.
Maybe
You were
it's
okay with
80.
him with that Dos Machina, whatever that was. What is that thing called? The Machina
Whoa.
Mecha Vox, whatever. I
The
don't know what that
Legend
is.
of Vox
Okay.
Machina.
Yeah, Critical Role. Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. The
Yes,
League of Excellent Extraordinary Negroes.
yes,
I am Jade.
yes. Next.
Julia, that's you.
I am Julia, aka the Last Starfighter.
It should be Gone Starfighter. But anyway, this is Nicholas Fitch.
I am reviewer
How you doing?
extraordinaire, Mick.
Nicholas Fitch, how you doing? How you doing?
See?
And a lover of Star Wars since 1977 when it all started. Let's go.
I'll have you know that I went to the Hollywood premiere of Enterprise Strikes Back.
Let's
Thank
go.
you very much. I
Let's
have
go.
pictures.
Let's go. Let's go. I don't know why you're here. Star Trek is next week or something. What is that? Star Trek next week. Star Trek
See,
next week.
this is
Star
this
Trek.
is
I
why.
believe Mick
This
is
is
alluding to my love of the Trek universe, and
Oh
I
yeah.
love both. I am
Okay.
well versed in both Star Trek
I don't
and
think so.
Star Wars.
I don't think Star Wars. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't
Oh,
think so.
yes.
But we will see tonight, though. We will see
And I
tonight.
have something to say about
maybe I
Boba
can
Fett.
calm them down.
Well, I don't even know music.
I
Shoot.
doubt it.
I got
Well, we'll see.
my Rancor.
Okay.
Oh Lord, where's my Rancor? Hold up. My Rancor
Oh,
here ready. My Rancor ready. He ready.
okay.
The
Give me
Rancor
one
ready.
word to describe the book of Boba Fett. I almost said Mandalorian. The book of Boba Fett.
There's not much difference.
Season 1. Just one word.
Wonderful, wonderful, adventurous stories. Love it. I'm sorry, I have to take more than one. I'm sorry.
Julia.
I will say it was captivating.
Captivating. All right.
Okay. All right.
You hear that, Bill? That's Bill the Rancor. That's Bill the Rancor. You hear that, Bill?
I'm going to say The Mandalorian.
What? Oh, so now, Jay, here you go. Here you go. Okay, all right. It's on there. It's on. It's popping like Donkey Kong. Let's go. Let's go. All right,
Oh
man.
my goodness.
I'm
Okay,
ready.
so all right. So, does anybody have a quick summary of what this season was about?
Star Wars Adventures. We see the world. We see everything, and I love it. I love it. We see
Okay.
everything. It shows the book of Boba Fett showed why we love Star Wars, for those who have been with it forever and have seen all the stuff, have read all the books, the novels, the comics. This was a glorified thing. Glorified.
Was it fan service?
It was I think it was Star Wars fan service for people who know the stories, who know the lore. If you knew the lore, but see, if you just stuck with the movies, you ain't gonna know nothing. You go complain like all of them complaining. Oh, who is this? Who is that big old black Wookiee and stuff? See, you don't know what's up. You don't know what's up. So this was for people that know the lore.
Is this a good cap for who Boba Fett was from where we last saw him in whichever that Star
Jedi.
Wars
No,
movie was?
no, it's no cap. There's no cap. This is still going. It's ongoing. It's ongoing. We still got more to see. We got more.
We
To see.
last
but
saw
that
him
middle part
in
that we
Jedi.
didn't have, is that filled in now?
No.
Yes, it is.
No.
Well, see, people who know the lore and have been following, he's been out. He's been out the that pit. He's been out. So we're just seeing what on screen, what we already read in the books. We're just looking on screen.
Boba Fett, who worked for Jabba the Hutt, is not the same guy that's crying over these teenagers. That's a different guy. And maybe he went into the desert and got reformed. I don't know. Maybe I need to see more of that development and not in just
Here you
flashbacks.
go. Here you go with that development stuff. Here you
Yes,
go.
Because
Here
this
you
is
go with
world
that.
building.
Oh
This
Lord.
is
Oh Lord.
John Favreau world building, and they're going to do the same with Obi-Wan. And it's going to be a Western. This is essentially a Western. So is Mandalorian. This one just has more partners in crime. Okay? He's not the Lone Ranger anymore. Okay? But this is not the same Boba Fett that worked for Jabba. He's different.
Well, see,
I want to know why.
He didn't just work for Jabba. He was a bounty hunter. So he worked for a
Yes.
whole lot of people. He worked for the Syndicate. He worked for the Empire. He worked for everybody.
Yes.
So
He-
yeah. So back in the day, he was a great bounty hunter, you know. But greater than him was the other guy who came in and almost killed him. But anyway, that's
Well,
another
yes,
story.
yes. But
That's
he had
another
no
story.
allegiances. He
But
had no
yeah,
allegiances.
But
And
now,
now
now he
seems
has
to be all
allegiances.
allied up.
Yeah, now he has allegiances. But I think it started in The Mandalorian, though, because when he found Shinnik Fan, he said, so he got Shinnik Fan, and we saw what they talked about, you know, during the time of The Mandalorian. They
We
talked
did,
about,
during
we
the
saw that.
crossover.
Yeah,
Yes.
so Shinnik Fan kind of changed his mind, so he was a little bit different when he came, like you said, when he came out of that pit, he was kind of different. Because he
Yeah.
wasn't the same Boba Fett that we knew, you know, shooting up everybody. You know, he
But
wasn't.
I wanted them to talk more about that. They just glossed over it and said, "No,
No, they didn't. They talked
Well-
about when he was in the Baka tank. We saw his transformation when he was going back in time. You know, thinking
We
about
saw
what he's doing.
flashbacks."
Flashbacks.
Yeah, I think that's
I
when we
think-
saw the
yeah,
transition.
That's it.
But
I
I
think
will say the Mandalorian crossover was good because it established a timeline. He had settled Grogu
Mhm.
before Boba Fett, you know, went off and took over the Hutt's territory.
Well, I like when they did all that because you just saw other adventures. We saw Luke Skywalker. We saw,
Yes.
we saw, Ahsoka Tano. We saw all that, and it just showed you how wide and rich this world is, and it's not stuck in just a bunch of
A New
movies.
Hope.
It's everywhere. It's
Yeah.
everywhere. It's so much going on. We got the Outer Rim up here. Got the Outer Rim, and it just shows so much what's going on out there. So yeah, everything's not on Corsica. Not everything on Tatooine. Come on, y'all gotta leave Tatooine one of these days. But anyway, it's stuff going on.
Okay, so what do the people say? What score
I
does
don't
it
care
have?
what the people say. Who are people?
Oh,
Shoot,
my
we worried about
gosh.
Star Wars folk. What people? They don't know
Okay,
nothing.
so IMDb rating
Oh,
gives
Lord,
it
here we
a
go.
7.5 out of 10,
Okay.
and Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 74%. So same.
Okay. It should be 100 and 100 on both of those, but we'll let that go. We'll let that go.
Hmm.
We'll let that go. We'll let that go.
Okay,
I don't
so
know about that. But
so who do we have? All right, let me get to the thing. Let me get to
Okay.
All right, who is in this? Because
Mhm.
some of everybody is.
Everybody.
All right, so we have Tamora Morrison,
Okay.
who I will say before we go any further,
Mm.
I do appreciate that they have kept him from the very beginning of his
Yeah.
when he started off. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yes, they did.
Not switching it up. Just let
Yeah.
him continue to be Boba Fett. I appreciate
But let me tell you something. What I like about the book of Boba Fett, it was so diverse. It was unreal. It was diverse. When I saw Jennifer Beals walk in and she was a Twilight, I'm like, oh my Lord. I think I screamed first. I screamed and I said, Lord, oh my Lord, they brought it in. They brought her in.
And wouldn't have
Flashdance.
really thought about her. I mean,
No.
what
We didn't think a Twilight could be black, but we said, there we go.
Twilight
We can
can
be everything.
anything.
We can be
Yes.
everything.
But I have
Okay.
to tell you, I don't think we've seen the last of Jennifer Beals. I think she'll pop up in season
She
2.
got blown to shreds. She got blown.
I don't think we saw all
Well,
of that. I think
She
she'll
was
be
right by
back.
the bone. What you mean she was right by the bone?
But you didn't see her body.
No,
So
you
you
didn't
know
see her
when you
body.
don't see a body.
Yeah, you don't see a body. That's true.
I think
You
she'll
know.
come back. Also, I think it's on her IMDb.
Okay, so who else do we have? Well, Jennifer Beals,
Yeah.
Robert Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Robert Rodriguez was in it.
Yeah.
Like he
Yeah.
put himself in it.
Yes. And he directed too. So I like that. You can see his influences in that. The
Of
little B
course.
movies, his little B movie stuff. You can see that.
Of course, Ming Na Wen is
Mhm.
Finnick Shand.
Mhm.
Matt Berry. Oh my God. I love Matt Berry. What We Do in the Shadows.
Yes. Yes.
He is,
Yes.
I love everything he does. I went back and started rewatching the IT Crowd just because I had forgotten how funny he was.
And he was the droid. He was that crazy droid talking
Yes.
stuff.
Yes. And then Pedro Pascal, of course.
Of course.
And then we got some the Rogue kids, Scad and Drash, which
You know, I'm so tired of people talking about them. I'm so tired. I am so tired. That was cool. I mean, that was a different angle they brought in. That's something fresh and new that came into the universe.
but the
You know, that was
spin
cool.
though, the spin.
The spin was cool. What was wrong with the spin? What was wrong with the spin? I hope they come into some of these games that I play. Well, I need them to come in. You know,
It was good.
what Vespa gangsters? Who's this Tony? What's his name? Tony. Who's this
Okay,
Tony?
hold on. Let's
Tony
just.
dude.
We're going to be spoiling
Spoilers,
everything
spoilers.
from
I'm gonna spoil
the season.
everything.
It's been out for weeks. We gave you
Yes.
some time. We gave
Yes.
you some time. So
Yes.
Let's
And I
break
don't
it
care if
all
they were
down.
Yeah.
Tony, I don't care if they were on Vespas. There were some cool Vespas. I'm gonna tell you that much.
Vespa gangsters.
I'm
Hey
gonna tell you there's
Tony.
some cool Vespas, Tony. Tony. I like their
Okay.
Vespas. But you know,
Ah,
they brought in that British kind of thing. You know, they said it was kind of British folk, and I said that was cool. I said I like that. And then they talked about, like in the last one in the battle when he kind of the black dude kind of twirled around. They were like,
that's
they were
what I'm
mad at
talking
him.
about.
They were mad
Yeah,
at
the
him. I was like,
spin.
what's wrong with
That's
that?
the spin.
That's wrong with the spin.
You gonna die. He gonna
That
shoot
was
you
a
in the
lot.
back. Like,
Boba Fett was
right
Fett
now
was
we don't
spinning.
need
You see him
flourishes.
spinning? Boba Fett was spinning and shooting. Boba Fett was spinning.
I'm just gonna
You know?
keep moving on.
What's
Okay.
wrong with him spinning? That's fine. He was stylish. That's stylish.
He was stylish. The
He was
coat
stylish.
with the
Yes, he
coat,
was stylish.
the flourishes were cute. Okay.
Yes, yes.
So let's just get into it.
But you
So
know,
we're
on that
covering-
list, they didn't have that. What's that? Thundercat. Thundercat was in
I
it
got
too.
him. I got him.
Okay, Thundercat. Yeah, Thundercat
Yeah, we're
was
gonna
there.
talk about it
Yeah.
because
All right.
he wasn't on the top cast.
Yeah, yeah.
And
So
let's
that
not
was just all
forget
the top
Danny
cast.
Trejo.
Danny Trejo.
Yeah, he
Well,
wasn't on the top
that's Robert
cast. either.
Rodriguez guy.
Yes,
That's
but
Robert
I got
Rodriguez
him.
guy. Yeah,
Yes,
that's Robert
so
Rodriguez.
good. So
All
good.
right. So what do we like about season 1?
Yeah.
The Book
Everything.
of Boba Fett.
Everything. Everything.
Not
Everything.
everything.
Everything. Well, that's you. That's you. You didn't like Abbott Elementary, so something's wrong with
Okay,
you.
yeah,
Something is
yeah,
wrong with you.
He's hot about
for,
that.
for our house watchers out there, Mick will never forgive me for giving Abbott Elementary a C.
He will not.
Never.
He
Never.
will not get over
Never.
it.
Planted in the sand of time. Never. Never.
I'm gonna have to
Okay.
dig that up because
Mm-mm.
we got to move on. But I will tell you, I am through and through a Star Wars fan, and this was good. But sometimes the pacing was too slow for me.
So the pacing, were there specific episodes or sets of episodes where you think the pacing was a little bit slow?
Definitely 1 and 2. Let's talk about chapter 1 and chapter 2. Yes, it
That was
didn't
good.
come out.
That was
Now,
your world building. That was your world building.
it was, but it can go at a faster pace. But I also had the same complaint about the Mandalorian. So, keep that in mind. But I will tell you, I would say the last 2 episodes are fast paced. You have to see the difference between the first 2 and the last 2.
It was all fine for me. It was no pacing. It was all fine. It was
Well-
just an adventure. It was a Star Wars adventure from beginning to end. Star Wars.
Okay.
adventure.
So
Oh,
I
okay.
will agree that the first 2, I'd say the first 3 episodes were a little slow. And they
And you're
are
wrong.
world
And I disagree with you.
I mean, they are world building. That's
Yeah.
World
not
building.
a negative thing.
Yeah, it's world
it's less action. It's
Mhm.
more conversation. It's more going back into his memory as he's
Mhm. Mhm.
as he's healing in the back to tank.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of that.
Well, see, everybody wants all this action and stuff, but I was so glad for the first and second because we saw more of the Sand People. We saw more because we don't see much about the Sand People
Okay.
in lore and stuff. But this one, they really dived into, the Sand People and showed a lot more. And you're like, oh, okay. Then they also showed them get out of that pit. They
Let's
showed them how
talk
he
about
really-
that though.
But
The
here we
Sand
go.
People, why did we not see them die? I wanted to see the massacre. I wanted that on film. I wanted to witness it. I wanted to feel it instead of this glossing over. I want to see them get torched. I wanted to see it.
Okay, we got to move on from that because that's crazy. But anyway, that was crazy. That was totally nuts. But anyway, let's move on. So
Tony says we spend too much time watching Boba in that bath.
You might have a point there, Tony.
No, but I think we needed to because he had to repair because he was in the pit and then he was in the sand for I don't know how long. I think it was like years or whatever like that. So yeah, he had to recover because he wasn't Boba Fett yet. He had to recover.
Okay.
So let the man recover while he, then he's dreaming. Let him dream. That was our benefit because we got to see all the different things that he was doing since then. Trying to get together with this, with the Tusken Raiders and see what's going on. So I really appreciated all that. I appreciated it. I did.
I appreciated the development of this relationship.
Yes. I did too. Yes, I did.
That
Phoenix
was
Shan,
awesome.
Phoenix Shan's something else, baby. She is something else.
Ming Na Wen can do no wrong.
No,
Like,
she was good.
She was great. When she was in
The Mandalorian.
Mandalorian, but also where she was with Coulson. Do you remember that Marvel series that was on?
Oh, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
She just getting all kind of Disney money. Like
yes.
But she was also in. I think she was in. She was in a Bad
Mulan.
Batch too. She was in a Bad Batch.
She was in the Bad Batch.
Yeah, she was in a Bad Batch. And that
She's
was good.
Mulan. Like she.
Yeah, she's Mulan.
But wait a minute. Did you hear a piece of the Mulan score when she appeared and she jumped down and showed up?
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear
that.
Oh,
I heard it.
No,
Yes.
I didn't hear that.
Yes.
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
They did it for her. Yeah.
That was great. That was great. Okay, so I cannot remember his name.
Yeah, he's good.
comedian.
Yeah, he's a comedian. Yeah, he's a comedian. Yeah, he's pretty good.
He was perfect.
Too.
Okay.
I want to talk about Cobb.
Okay, are we there? Okay, hold on. Let me see. Let me go through. Okay, the Tusken
Now,
Raiders.
that was a cool scene right there. That was a cool scene when we saw Slave One. I'm sorry, PC folks. I'm so sorry, but to me, in all my years of growing up in Star Wars, it is the Slave One. When you see that machine go across the sky, you say, "Oh my Lord, that's the Slave One." You don't say, "Oh, that's a fire." That's a fire. No, you don't say the name of it. That's a Slave One. That's what it is. That's what it
Okay,
is.
so I don't have a picture of the. I don't have a picture of the hut.
Let it ride.
The huts, and you know what? When the Hut brother and sister came up,
that was cool too.
I was hoping for just 1 second that one of them would have been the
The one from, is that the one that they rescued that I was talking all crazy like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
For 1 second, I wanted the Clone War, whichever the mother was.
Yeah.
Was it the mother or was that the father? I don't know. They had a crazy voice and they wanted their child.
Yeah, he had a crazy voice, but I mean,
no Jabba, no bother.
I think he's gone. He's gone somewhere because I think he got. I think they wanted to shoot him because Jabba wanted to take him out. So I don't know what happened to him, but I liked when the twins came up. I said, man, they just showing us the whole body. They showing how all these different factions deal with each other, and I really did like that. I just needed the Black Suns to come. I need the Black Suns to come somewhere. That's what I need.
We don't know who the Black Suns are.
Y'all don't know who the Black Suns are?
No, Mick,
oh
we
my
don't know.
God, Prince
Zector. I'm sure that
Prince
there are
Zector.
people.
Yeah, well, he's in the books. He's in the books. Yeah, the Black Suns syndicate is in the books. Yeah, Black Suns.
Okay, let's see. All right. So where are we in? What did you like? So you said.
Well, I said everything.
We gotta go here first.
Okay,
So,
yes.
Mando.
That was a good episode.
That was a good episode.
Mando, he killed all those pig people.
They're not pig people.
They look like pig people to me.
They're specific people. They're specific people.
I don't know what their name was.
They're specific people, but they talking stuff like all 50 of them gonna mess with him. Like okay, they all gonna die. They all gonna die. But when Mando sliced him with with that sword, I'm like, oh man, that's cold.
But then he got himself, and then he had to go.
Well, he don't know how to control it good yet.
Didn't know how to control it.
He don't know how to control it good. Yeah.
So I guess my favorites were when Mandalorian. It just became the Mandalorian 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just adventure. It was the Star Wars Adventures. That's it, just Star Wars Adventures. That's all you got to say.
And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
Star Wars Adventures. There we go.
Because I think that going forward, that's what they're all going to look like.
Yes,
they're going to weave in and out of story, and I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
I mean, that's why as a board gamer, with these games that you see beside me, you weave inside and out of all the stories, and I love that, because one minute you'll see Boba Fett come around you, next minute, Darth Vader's busting through, and you got to run your butt off. I like that. Just give me variety of showing different things.
We will have to talk about that when Obi-Wan comes out, because Darth Vader was nowhere near Obi-Wan. It was a Sith. If we go back to Phantom Menace and we go back to episode 4 and 5, Darth Vader wasn't there yet.
Darth Vader was there.
No, he wasn't.
Darth Vader is in charge of the Inquisitors, of the bad Inquisitors. He's in charge of them. So yes, he was there.
He was not thinking about Obi-Wan though. Obi-Wan.
Yes, he was. He got beat by him. That's all. Listen. Obi-Wan Kenobi rinsed face in Darth Vader's head. Always have been, always has, and always will.
Who was Obi-Wan? Who was Obi-Wan's primary rival throughout episode 5 and 6?
What is that? Darth Maul?
Darth Maul?
Yes.
Darth Maul might show up though.
I think he's going to show up.
He might show up.
They cast Darth Maul and then they reshot. John Favreau did not like how Obi-Wan was shaping up. He said it was too much like The Mandalorian. So they took out Darth Maul and had to redo the scripts to bring in Darth Vader.
I want him.
How you know all this? How you know? Stop.
Because we got the Dark Saber. We got the
true Star Wars fan.
No, you're not.
Okay?
No, you're not.
I know.
Okay, so we're just gonna move on. So let's
stop.
Ahsoka. Over the weekend I watched Rosario Dawson has a new mini series or limited series called the DMZ on HBO, and I watched it and I just realized how much I love her.
Yeah. Oh no,
I just do.
Tony got a point there. Tony said but Obi-Wan probably doesn't know Vader is Anakin. Remember, he left Anakin to die. That is true.
Yes,
that is true.
Nice,
Tony. That might be true. Yes, that is true.
Thank you,
he thought he was dead because he was getting burned up and stuff. So he probably said, I had the higher ground, man. I had the higher ground. And he thought it's done. It's done.
Yes, good point,
but
Tony.
Tony also says the Mando episodes were the best.
Tony, you just lost me right there. Tony, you lost me. I don't know what's wrong with you, Tony. I really don't. I
don't know about that.
I don't know.
What? You don't know about that? What?
Oh,
Mark. No, Luke was cool.
Now
that was good.
They snatched up that guy that
from
did the deep fake and fixed it, and he's earning his money.
Yes, he is. He got that Disney money, baby. He got that Disney money. But it was good to see Luke in this state, because you see where his mind's at and what was going on, and you knew see, the bad thing we already know is going to happen, like everything's going to blow up. But you see how it's going to blow up because he don't have it together, man. Luke don't have it together.
And of course, I wanted him to allow Grogu to have both.
Yes,
because ultimately we realize that that's what it's going to take, but he's not there yet.
No, he's not there yet. No,
He's not there.
Luke's not there. Luke's not
But
there.
who is there?
Oh Lord! Oh
Yes,
Lord!
I
Hold on,
love
let me tell
Cobb.
y'all. Let me tell you something. When I saw that silhouette coming, I said, "No, they didn't. No, they did not
Yeah.
bring on Cad Bane. They brought
Yeah.
on Cad Bane in all his glory, his live glory." I said, "There you go. There you go."
I actually screamed.
I screamed.
I didn't.
Me and
I
Grant,
wasn't
me and Grant
expecting
screamed.
it.
Me and Grant screamed. I said, "Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. All we need now is just all the rest of the bounty hunters to come. We just need all the rest of them. Bosk and all the rest of them to come."
I just wasn't expecting it, and he
Dagar, we
looked
needed
so
Dagar, we
good.
needed Dagar, all of them. All the
He
bounty
just
hunters.
looked so good. My God.
He did. But a lot of people said, "Oh, he don't look right. He don't look like the comics, and he don't look." The dude is old, man. He's old.
I thought it was good.
It's good to me.
It
But
was
he's
amazing.
old. I mean, he's been around since the Clone Wars. He's
Right.
old.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
But let me
I don't remember the name of the ship, but it's fast.
It's one of those fighters from the Clone Wars. That's a Naboo. Isn't that a Naboo fighter?
Yes, because
Yes,
Naboo.
it is.
Yeah, it's a
It
Naboo
is.
fighter. Yes,
it's fast. I think that's all we need to know. It's fast.
But one of the overlooked players in both Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett is Amy Sedaris. She is so good. The mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she is like a sleeper agent. She is so good at what she does. Like, you just take her for granted sometimes. But she hits her lines. Like, she's funny.
Now, when she said that she was getting down with
yes,
she was getting
little people.
down.
They're furry. They're furry.
I was like, no. I said, what?
it is so good.
Yeah,
she's so good.
She's good.
I said, you getting down? Oh no, I can't even see that. I can't see it. I can't see it. But okay, we didn't know they were furry. That's cool to know.
Desert's a hard place.
Yeah. We didn't know that they were furry. She said, "Oh, they
Instead
furry."
of
I'm
the
like,
bounty
"Oh."
hunters. Oh, he says instead of the other bounty hunters, we had the Vespa gangsters.
Really, Tony? You're just gonna keep on, man. You're just gonna keep on, Tony. Really? You're just gonna keep on.
Okay, so then we get. I don't even remember what part, but I'm just gonna show him because
the Thundercat.
That was an amazing reveal. How Fennec got what she had, and then he's gonna help Cobb Vanth.
Cobb Vanth. Yeah.
And great use of someone that he doesn't have many acting credits.
No, I didn't even know he liked Star Wars. I really didn't know. But it's so cool. It's cool. Just like they did a reveal in Discoveries, they did this. So I like that.
We're not even going to talk. We can't. Discovery can't hold a candle to Book of Boba Fett.
Okay, we're not going to go. We're not going to go there.
No,
we're not going to go there.
Okay.
Discovery
Star Trek can't hold a candle to Star Wars. That's it right there.
Discovery needs its own conversation.
Okay.
I will not say that. Trek can stand up to Star Wars any day.
I will say it. I will say it.
The problem.
I will say it
right here.
I will say it.
No.
Trek
can hold its own against Star Wars in world building any day.
Star Wars forever. There you go.
Okay. I liked this because I have seen the Clone Wars.
No, this was not the good one. When he came in when Cad Bane came into the other one and faced down, Cobb, that was the deal there. When he came
out, a good scene.
That was
a good scene.
Oh, that was a scene there.
But this one, you had to remember that when Boba Fett was little, so he has a relationship with
Cad Bane.
Cobb Vanth and Cad Bane have just been playing with.
Yeah,
there's a lot of
because
words.
You heard him say you have the blood running through you like your father. So
right.
So they used to hang out.
And he said, "I'm not a little boy anymore."
Yeah, Cad and his father used to hang out doing bounty hunter stuff. So they knew each other. They knew each other. So
I hated that Cobb had to die, though.
Who?
I liked him.
He ain't dead.
He's not
dead.
He's not dead?
No, he's not dead.
No.
If you saw him
off?
No. In Bad Batch, he has a little robot that's his friend.
Oh.
And that robot's been around in the comics and everything. That's his friend. And then when he was dying, a little like beeping was going off. A little beep, 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 beep. So that was gonna, that was showing that it was probably either keeping him alive or, contacting a little robot to come get him. So yeah, he ain't dead. Well, he ain't
All right, good.
Okay, you mentioned
Oliphant was good.
I love Timothy Oliphant. It's justified. It's justified.
It's justified.
I love him. Okay, so you mentioned him before.
Yes, yeah.
And the Rancor.
Yes.
And then we got to see why you build a relationship with your Rancor and him riding this thing. I'll bring that up because that's what could have been better. Okay, was that
and that was so cool? And that was so cool that a Clone Wars fighting robot came into live action. That was cool because it was only shown in the comic books. Then all of a sudden, boom! Because Grant knew about it. Grant said, "Man, that was in the comic books." I said, "Well, how you know about that?" I was like, "Well, how you know about that?" But anyway, he knew. He said that was in the comics. And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So they brought that out. So that was cool.
So what could have been better?
Nothing. It was all good.
So the pacing of the first few episodes, it was
cool.
slow.
I'm cool. No, it wasn't. I disagree.
And that's okay. But it was a little slow.
I disagree.
Julia, cool. Anything you thought could have been better?
Well, I don't know that they set themselves up for a great season 2. We'll see where they take it. There were a lot of loose ends, and maybe that's on purpose. But they've destroyed the town now.
Well, they got to build it back up. They got to build it back up. Plus, we haven't seen the other towns on Tatooine. We still got Anchorhead. They always talk about Anchorhead everywhere, but we've never really seen Anchorhead yet. So probably in Kenobi, we'll probably see it in there.
That could be.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I thought that having to destroy those robots at the end, yes, they are almost indestructible. But once the Rancor came out, just smash and be done. That was too much. It was too long.
Can I ask why we have not talked about the Black Wookiee yet? I feel a little bit of discrimination, a little bit.
Okay. Well, let's loves and hates. So things that you absolutely loved or absolutely hated.
Black Wookiee.
Love. Black Casantian, love it. I mean, I'm so glad they brought him into live action because no one has seen him, but only in the comic books. And if you saw that, Boba Fett called his nickname when they were in battle, they knew each other because they worked together before for the Empire. So yeah, they knew each other.
We haven't in live action. I don't think I've seen another Wookiee. I don't think we've seen another Wookiee in live action.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, you have, because that was in the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
There was a battle
went to the whole Wookiee planet.
The animated?
Yeah.
The animated version?
No.
In the prequels.
Yeah, it was a battle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, we have.
And Order
we
66
went to the whole
went
planet.
down. Yeah, because Order 66 went down on that planet, and the Wookiees helped out Yoda by killing some of those clone troopers.
I got you now. I remember.
Yeah. I don't have a picture of Black Chrysanthemum. I'm sorry. I don't have that one.
Yeah. So that was cool. That was cool. Black Chrysanthemum was cool because I mean in the whole thing you heard his history. He was a slave. Oh, he was enslaved.
Right.
He was enslaved, and he was put.
Why not?
He was a gladiator. He was in the gladiator pits. And the guy he tore the arm off, those people ran the gladiator pits, and he was kind of mad at them a little bit mad at them. And so they showed all what he was doing, and then Boba Fett was like, hey, I'm gonna put you in the Botha tank and stuff. They knew each other, so they were all cool. So yeah, it was good to see all that. It was good. It was really good.
So
And
where does this story go from now?
Yeah, I don't know.
it keeps going on the adventures. It keeps going on to the adventures. Now, don't think don't think that Jabba the Hutt's family have forgotten. Now, since the Pikes are out of the way, the Hutts are still in the game, so they still want Jabba the Hutt's empire back. Because the cousins came and said, "We want Jabba's stuff back." And then when they saw the Pikes there, they said, "Oh, that's bad for business. We're gonna kind of move back." Now, since the Pikes are gone, the Hutts are back in the picture. They coming back. They are coming back, and I think the Pikes are not done yet. So, yeah, we still got that.
Hmm. In the comments, things that you loved or things that you hated. I think that so the Pikes, that was another thing I hated.
No, why you hate the Pikes?
Because they're vicious.
Oh, they're mean. The Pikes have listen. They're drug dealers. What do you expect?
Right. And
they're drug dealers.
And they're peddling spice.
That's drugs.
Dune.
Yes.
Well, George Lucas said that he had heavily influenced by Japanese movies and Dune. So yes, there you go.
Yes.
I will say, side note, I don't know why I sat through 2.5 hours of Dune to only see part 1. I need a whole movie. Like, I don't understand.
Will you let them do their thing? Now, I was disappointed too that it was just that one little side, and it was a whole bunch of eye candy. Because I like the one with Sting. Really, I like the.
Yes, that was the best one. What do you mean?
I like the one with Sting.
I like what they're doing now because the one with Sting it was a lot with the man in the tank.
A lot of eye candy.
It was so good.
He's much better now.
Eye candy. That's all eye candy.
Doesn't make me feel like it's just gross.
That was intentional.
Yeah, that was for real. The Harkonnens are some ugly folk. They ugly.
Yeah.
They're nasty and ugly. They're ugly.
I wonder, do we know what the Pikes look like underneath those?
Yes, they were shown in the Bad Batch. They were shown in the Bad Batch. And Rebels. I think no, Bad Batch. They were shown. You can see how they look in the Bad Batch.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to go back.
But you saw how the Pikes was shown because the guy who was the leader, he didn't have a helmet on.
Okay, I have to look up close.
Yeah, the guy who was the leader didn't have a helmet on, and one of the guys who came, in the standoff in the final battle, he didn't have a hat on. He didn't have a helmet on.
The Rancor was Godzilla, and that's something that I hated. I hated that. Why does the whole town have to be destroyed?
I know.
It was a war. It was a war.
You're
it was a war.
Right,
but the war was almost over. Why is he?
It don't matter. It was a war.
Just
everything's
infrastructure. Come on now.
Take out whole planets. Do you remember Rogue One? Do you remember Star Wars? They take out whole planets. So come on now.
The Rancor was the one that was doing the most destruction.
Yeah, he was kind of crazy there. Yeah. But I didn't know they had feelings. They were talking about, oh, he has feelings. I'm like, oh, okay, that's good information to know. They got feelings,
Feel like not destroying.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, oh shoot. When he with Cad Bane put that fire on him, he like, oh, he went crazy. Like, oh no, not fire. I didn't know they were scared of fire. That's another good point to know. I know they were scared of fire. Yeah.
Well, Cad Bane. He knew that but they all have that. They all have that.
Yeah. Listen, Cad Bane, he takes out Jedi. So yes, he probably know. He takes out Jedi.
The Vespa gang. I didn't mind the Vespa gang.
I love them. I love them, Tony. I love them.
I don't know how they became so loyal so quick. Like
the turnaround was quick, and I didn't even mind that. The things that they were on didn't go very fast.
No, they did not. No.
It's like,
no, they did not.
That's right.
Can we boost them?
Yeah.
Can we make them go faster?
I have to admit that was a little strange to put them on Vespas. That was a little strange because I would think you have all the the speed bikes, the speeders. Put them on kind of modified speeders, but hey, that's not me. I still love Fabaroto. I still love him. Oh Lord Jesus, we had a fall.
See, a ranker. The ranker came and knocked all your stuff over.
Dang ranker.
See.
That was Bill. That was Bill the ranker. That was Bill the ranker.
Tony, he gave him a summer job.
Yeah, it kind of felt like that.
He did give him a summer job.
He did.
But then they started to die.
They
main
died.
ones didn't.
They died.
I also liked how the people in the town came. How the people in Cobb Vance Town, so Freetown, came, and it was all of these communities coming together to fight the drug dealers.
Well, they got mad because Cad Bane just traipsing into their town and said, "Y'all better chill out. Don't you come around here. You know the Pikes own everything."
But then you had the two young women. The two young women working together. Cool. Yeah. You know, I appreciated that.
And one was a sniper. I like that. One was a sniper. That was cool.
Anything else that you loved or hated?
Loved it
appreciated?
All. Loved it all. Loved it all. Yes, I did.
So what's your score?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. As high as you can go. As high as you can go.
Julia.
I give it 4, which is high praise for me.
Yes, I have to take that and be happy. I really do have to take that and be happy.
Discovery got a 1.
I know. And then Abbott Elementary, you gave 3. Lord Jesus.
I told you, my public school education was not that way.
We know. But yeah, I can take a 4. I'll take your 4 and be glad.
Well, thank you.
How they say in church, I'll be glad. I'll be glad.
I'm gonna give it a 5 because The Mandalorian 2.5
really Jay
was just great.
Jade, you heard that? You're stabbing me all into my heart.
But this is the way it went.
You're stabbing me.
It was good. So it's all Star Wars. So it was good. And so I was watching and I'm like, okay, this is cool. And I love my, Fennec Shand and this is great and whatever. But then when The Mandalorian and that doo-doo, it's like, what? Wait, huh? What? What's happening? Huh? I just kind of woke up.
Now that he's got the saber, like, Mando is on point.
That's wrong.
That was the highlight of the season for me. That's wrong. It was like, what? Yeah.
Jade, put your percentage down to 65. Go down to 65.
Why it gotta be like
65, 65.
It was. It was the highlight of the season. And then I realized, and then I thought about it. I was like, is it that I really like The Mandalorian that much, or did I like the pacing of The Mandalorian? What is the difference? So what is the difference between the two shows and how they're structured?
I think both of them are. I think The Mandalorian is more high adventure. I think it's more high adventure, and I think the book of Boba Fett was just a story. It was just a story that we saw more of the universe, and they brought so many characters in there, just ridiculous. When I saw Ahsoka Tano coming there, I'm like, where's Ahsoka come from? Ain't she trying to find that that guy? But hey. So I was like, shoot.
Thrawn, yes.
I wanted to see Thrawn, but I guess, hey, that would have been cool to see Thrawn, but
But then it really is just you got The Mandalorian and Ahsoka.
Yeah.
And Tony, Book of Boba Fett used Mando as a crutch.
Something's wrong with Tony. Don't put him back on here. Block him. Can you block Tony? Can I block Tony? I want to block Tony.
10 minutes ago, you were agreeing with Tony.
Yes, but then he hit the wall and just fell. He just went to the wall and fell. He just died.
I agree with you, Tony. I do. But, it got better in the end, but then also it was a collaborative effort. It wasn't just the Boba Fett. And I realized in telling his story, you have to tell all these other stories. And I guess so I appreciated it at the end, because if that's what they're going to do, then that will make all of the stories richer.
I think we saw how Boba Fett connects to everybody. Like you were saying, he connects to he's that web that connects to everybody and everything, like he always has. I mean, when you look at him in the comics and in the novels and stuff like that, he's always around. He's that feared bounty hunter that's always around doing some crazy stuff, messing up some stuff. So yeah, he's always connected to somebody and something in the Star Wars universe. So I like that. That was cool.
So, jump forward a little bit, because we are going to be getting some Kenobi here soon.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
What do you want to see in Kenobi?
Kenobi,
I like Ewan McGregor. Like,
Yeah.
I thought that it was great that they kept with him, even
Yes,
though
yes,
he is much older.
Yes.
Obi-Wan is in that stage of his life.
yeah.
And I think that we will get some visits from Mark Hamill. I think we will still see.
Why Mark? He's still a little kid.
We will see Anakin from episodes
The Clone Wars.
4, 5,
We'll
and
see him from the
6.
clones. Yeah.
And the Clone Wars. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well,
So not Mark, but Anakin.
Yes, sorry.
Anakin. Yeah, Anakin.
Yes.
I'm excited
Yes,
for.
and Christian Hayden is coming
Yeah.
back.
Yes,
he is.
exactly.
Yes.
I'm
Yes,
excited for
I
the
couldn't
Inquisitors.
think of his name.
I am so excited for the Inquisitors, because the Inquisitors you saw in Rebels, and then Grant saw them in his video game, Fallen Jedi Fallen Order, or something like that. We saw them there, but so we're gonna finally see them live action, the Inquisitors. So the brothers 1 through brothers 6 or whatever. I mean, brother, sister, all of them. So that's gonna be cool to see the Inquisitors.
I
That's
want
gonna
to
be
see Natalie Portman again. I want to see Natalie Portman.
You might
in
not see her.
flashbacks.
You might not see her. You might not see her. Might not see
She's
her.
she's gonna be in the next Thor. Like, she's still in the family.
You might not see her.
But she's
I don't think you'll see
dead.
She's dead.
Yeah, in flashbacks. If you've got
No.
Anakin there,
She is dead.
I don't need that.
We'll probably see what's homeboy, the Aldrin, who's always around.
yes,
Jimmy Smith.
Jimmy
Was it
Smith.
Yeah, we'll see him. We might see
Yeah.
him
Yeah, that
might
would be
see him.
fine.
because
Mm,
he's
'cause I
not
like
dead
Jimmy.
yet. He hasn't died yet. So
I have
Yeah,
to
we-
tell you though, that's my least favorite trilogy.
the
Well,
sequel. I mean the
I
prequel.
feel like that's everybody's.
Okay.
What?
Well, I don't
Well,
know.
no,
This
let me tell
new
you something.
set.
Now let me tell you something. Grant likes the prequels because he was raised off of the prequels. I like
Yes.
he was raised off of that, so he likes those because that's what he.
Wait,
he
the
saw
original
about 'em.
prequels, A New Hope?
No.
No,
Empire
the
Strikes-
prequels.
No.
No,
Okay.
1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3.
No.
Yeah, I don't like them either. I think they're horrible, but but he likes them. I think 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 7, 8, 9 are horrible. So I hope they're kind of killing 7, 8, 9. I think 7, 8, 9 is about to go away.
Grant is of an age where he's growing up with that and the Clone Wars at the
Yeah.
same time. So
Yeah,
he's got those feeding off of each other. We didn't have that.
Yeah,
And
we
so
didn't have
don't
that,
have
no.
that affinity for that series.
But we didn't have all these different things going off the books and the comics and all these shows. I mean, I told him he's lucky because back in the day we just had Star Wars and we had Star Wars. That's all we had, and toys. We had toys.
Ooh,
That's all
here's
I
a
had.
question based on a comment from Tony Bagels.
Oh God, no.
Should the original trilogy be rebooted?
No.
No.
Never.
No. Leave that
Ever.
alone.
They have remastered, and George Lucas got to do whatever he wanted to
And he
when
messed
he
up.
remastered them. Okay, let it go. You can't change anything else.
Yes. I only
done.
appreciate George Lucas because he made the world. He set us off on this adventure. Now, George Lucas, sit your crazy butt down somewhere and just advise and consult, and we can take whatever we want to take from you. That's where he needs to be. Let
And
everybody
he's
else.
got a cute wife and a little
Let-
baby.
That's right. Let everybody else take that
And a
thing.
little
Give
baby?
John Favreau the keys, and let him just go forth and play. Let him play.
He married a young black woman.
Yes, he did.
Well, he was married to another one before that.
Yeah. He loved him.
Now they've got to look. I think that baby is like 9 or 10.
Well, see, my problem is with
kids are older.
My problem with Homie. I love him. I love George because he gave us this world. But you could have found a little blackness in 4, 5, and 6. You could have found a little blackness because he only had one.
Yes.
He only had
that
one.
Is true.
And then,
that is true.
And then 1, 2, and 3, he had about 1 or 2. That's it. So
that is the home of Jar Jar Binks, which I think is offensive.
It is so offensive. No.
So yeah, it's very offensive.
Jar Jar is not a Sith, and he should die.
No. So now you give the keys to other folk, and now they bring the diversity out. So that's what I love about that.
Okay. So have you heard that Sam Jackson wants to come back?
No, he probably will be because we don't know because he didn't die. I mean, we all know he didn't die.
If Darth Maul can live after being cut in half,
yes, and no one said, "Oh, we need to talk to we need to talk to him, as a Force ghost or anything." No one said that, so he's still alive.
But yeah, he put it out there that hey, call me up.
He's still alive.
He is just bored. Like he's got so much money and so many movie credits. Like he's just hanging out. And now Capital One is doing CGI of him. Like it's not even him. It's like him 20 years ago. Like coming to America.
Well, he's still with Disney now. He still got Disney now. He still got Disney money.
Yeah. I mean, he's still
Marvel.
Nick Fury.
He's still with Marvel. Yeah, he's still Marvel. He got Disney money.
Oh, he's got plenty of money.
Yeah, they might scoop him up. You never know. They might scoop him up.
Tony said you can add more blacks in a reboot of Star Wars.
No.
Can somebody mute Tony? Come on, mute him. Can somebody just mute?
Do not mess with the original trilogy.
Leave it alone.
I know it word for word. Like, don't mess with it.
Leave it alone.
It doesn't need to be redone.
Now, 1, 2, and 3, they can reboot that.
Yes,
they can reboot
that.
They can reboot those.
Without the underwater sea people.
Just
listen. When they had Darth Vader said, "Ah!" No, he up there doing all that. No, that ain't Darth Vader.
They added the scream. They added that scream as he was going down. And I hated
that. No, that's not Darth Vader. No, what we saw in Rogue One, that was Darth Vader.
Yes.
Rogue One, that was Darth Vader.
Coming through that hallway.
Through that hallway, like, oh Lord, here we go. Yeah, that was Darth Vader. That was Vader.
Okay. No, I think they should just leave it alone. Don't redo any of them.
Yeah. Okay.
Tell new stories. Just leave it all alone.
And forget 7, 8, and 9. They never existed. I
don't even know what you're talking about.
I know. They never existed. No.
Okay.
I don't know why. Were they just mad at Mark Hamill? I read somewhere that he was leaking too much, so they killed him off.
No, I think J.J. Abrams said that he didn't have a plan. He did not have a plan for those movies, and he feels bad that he didn't make a plan with the movies, and he's just kind of just going for it.
That's his own fault.
Yes, I don't like J.J. Abrams
because he talked so much smack
about
how much he loved Star Wars when he was making Star Trek.
Yes,
and it's crazy that he made Star Trek better than he made Star Wars.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
He did more for Star Trek than he ever did for Star Wars.
Yes. Yeah. And we hate him forever for that. Forever. Hate him forever for that.
No, I don't.
Yes,
somehow Palpatine lived.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah. And then but see, the bad thing about it, that in The Mandalorian, they're still trying to hook that up. They're trying to hook that little story up, and I'm kind of disturbed by that. So I don't know what they're gonna do, but I'm a little disturbed. I'm trying to see what the Mandalorian 3 is gonna look like. So they don't need to hook up, those things up. They don't need to hook them up. No.
Search your feelings. It's true.
You the Sith. See, Tony is the Sith. He is a Sith. He's a Sith agent. He's a Sith.
Becky, if you're still watching, can you give us some games? I know Mick is going to tell us, but can you give us some games if you want to go deeper into Star Wars lore in board games? So, Mick, what games can you play, PC or console, if you want to go deeper into the lore? And then you can say any books that you recommend.
Well, for board games, well, if you want to go a little bit into it, so you can you can see what the Inquisitors and stuff is, what Grant played, and that's Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. He played that. He loved that. He really did love that. For me, these are the two that I really recommend. The first one is Outer Rim, Star Wars Outer Rim, where you can take the role as a smuggler, a mercenary, or just a bad guy, or maybe a good guy, and just fly around the Outer Rim doing missions and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. And then also you have Imperial Assault, where you are a rebel team. You're a rebel fighting against the Empire, and you can do that. You can either do one versus many, or you can use an app that kind of helps you. You can fight against the app. So I like those. Those are pretty cool.
I don't know where my phone is. I just read. So any Star Wars books?
So, oh God, oh geez. Actually, it's the ones, the books that are right after that talk about the ones, the actions that would Cobb Vance is in. The ones that he's introduced. I forgot what the Aftermath. You got to read the Aftermath series. Yes, you do. You got to read that.
Is Thrawn a part of the Aftermath series?
No, but they introduced this young black lady who is one of the captains of a Star Destroyer who becomes elevated a little bit, and I hope to see her in live action one day.
Okay.
So I did download the Audible book from the library of Aftermath, but I was reading like 3 or 4 other books, so I have to go back and get that again. Now, but I did read Star Wars Myths and Fables.
Yes,
and that was really good.
Now there's also, I think, Timothy Zahn, who does all those books. He makes a ton of books. He did one about Thrawn himself. It's called Thrawn. That's a definitely good one to read too.
I'm number 1 of 1 in line to read that book. I've been waiting for 2 months.
Yes, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Because Thrawn is a mess. He's about to show up.
Well, see, I read the books where he was brought in. I saw it was like Timothy Zahn did like 3 books that brought him in, and I read those long ago, and that introduced him Thrawn to everything, and I was like, oh man, he's something else. He's serious crazy.
And I do have the comics. So it's been several years now that they rebooted, and they gave each character of the original trilogy their own line of comics. So there was Vader and Leia and Luke and who loves you, baby? What's his name?
Who? Lando?
Yes, Lando.
Who loves you, baby? Lando, he don't say that. Why you do Lando like that?
He does in Mahogany.
Right, well, that's Mahogany. But Lando Clarician is something different. He is something different.
I had to get there. Yeah, I had to make the associations.
Now, definitely check. There's one other thing to check out, and that's the comic books for this. It's Dr. Aper, Aprier. I think it's Aper. She is a bad archaeologist that's on the side of the Empire, and she's not cool, but she is really cool as a villain. You'll love it. And she has 2 droids that are the opposite of R2D2 and CP3O, and they're bad droids. They're evil, horrible droids. So it's really cool. Yeah.
Dr. Apria.
Yes, Dr. Apria. Yes.
Opera or something like that. It's an A though. If it's not
and then I think the droid, the opposite of R2D2 is 000, and they are horrible. They kill, they mess up folk. I mean, they are bad droids, but it's so cool. It's so cool.
Okay. So those are just a few suggestions if you want to go deeper into the lore. Yeah. But next we're going to get Kenobi, and that comes out at the end of the month. So
May
we
25th.
will be looking at that from episode 1. I don't know if we're going to look at every episode, but we'll start with 1, and then we'll come back at least and do a wrap up.
We're going to do that again? Are we going to do that following? Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. If Mick is going to show up,
I'll show up for that. I will show up because that's my jam. That's Star Wars.
We got the program around Mick's desires.
That's Star Wars. That's my jam. Now I'm gonna be there for that. Now.
All right, Julia. Can we find you anywhere? Do you want to be found? What you doing?
No.
Are you still in Omaha? That's what we like to know. You still here?
I'm sorry, that is classified. I cannot share that with you.
Oh my gosh.
No, I am incognito. I'm in stealth mode because I'm trying to get everything right in the world. You know what? I will emerge out of this cocoon in 60 to 90 days, and then you will see me everywhere.
Okay.
What?
All right.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay. Cool. All right.
That's a little scary, though. That's a little scary. But we'll go with it.
I'm world building, Mick. I'm world building.
It's very slowly. Your pace is slow. You got a slow pace.
All right.
I do, actually.
Mick, where can we find you?
Oh, you can find me with Our Family Plays Games, my wife and my kid, Grant. We're doing our thing, talking about board games and all that stuff. You can find us all over the social webs, all over Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can find us all over the place. Our Family Plays Games. Come on, because we're trying to do some stuff on our YouTube channel. We want 20,000 followers. Come on, y'all. Let's go.
Can
see what
we
we
just
up to.
get 1K?
What? Who, y'all? Yeah, come on. Y'all help. Yeah, come on. Y'all subscribe to this
too, man.
Get
1K?
Yeah, y'all come on.
Like, I'd be happy with 1K.
Yeah, come on. But hey, I am so excited for the Tea Party thing. Tea Party.
Oh, the steampunk tea party?
Yeah, tea party. Yeah.
On June 18th?
She threw it up.
What?
Y'all. She threw it up.
He was
See,
ready for it.
I'm right there, baby. I'm right there. But the thing is, don't change it from Black Victorian excellence. Don't be doing that. This is steampunk. This is adventure. This is fighting, shooting, dirigibles going on, balloons and stuff.
But who is creating those things? People are creating those things.
That is
and we have hundreds of Black inventors that don't get highlights. So we don't have to look to science fiction to celebrate some Black folks that were doing something.
Steampunk is science fiction.
I know steampunk
We're coming out of North Omaha with steampunk stuff. We're going steampunk stuff.
But that steampunk stuff is coming based on reality. And so we're going to dip our toes into both waters.
What do you think, Bill? That's Bill the Rancor. He talking to you. What do you think, Bill? All right. He says all right, maybe. It's all right.
I'm gonna. So the House of Afro. Wait a minute. Did you say where we could find you, Mick?
Yeah, I said everywhere. Our family plays games everywhere.
Okay, because I don't think you said Our Family Plays Games. Okay.
Yeah, I said it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So shout out to Omaha Children's Museum. Yay. We were there last weekend. We had a good time. Had our table set up. They put us really nicely.
Even though they're talking about a very bad game, that's okay. That's okay.
It was still fun.
That's okay.
It was
Candyland
is fun.
Bad, but anyway.
We'll also give a shout out to the Charity Board Gamer. We had an amazing time on Saturday playing werewolves.
Yes.
We raised
I'm so sorry
over $1,000.
Hey, that's cool. I'm so sorry I couldn't make it. I was chaperoning at prom for Grant's prom. I was at prom. So yes, I was doing prom duties.
I'm sure he hates you.
Yes, he does. He does. Prom? you know how I was. You should have saw a little video on my Facebook page. Is a video of how I was. So there you go.
Oh my god. I can just imagine Nick the chaperone.
Yes, you know me. Because Starla had to hit me one time because the young lady was trying to get out the car. I said, "No, don't you get out the car."
Both of y'all were there?
Oh my god!
Both of y'all were chaperones?
Yes, they were there.
I said, because we had the car.
I thought they were going to just let him go to prom and then y'all can come and play.
I said, "Little girl, stay in the car, little girl, stay in the car." And she's like, "Yes, sir." I said, "Stay there." Grant, come around and open that door for her. And he had to come around and open the door for her. Yes, he had to do that.
You rode with them to prom?
I drove them to prom.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
I drove. I don't want
them on them streets. For life.
I don't want them on them streets.
We're going to also give a shout out to Many Worlds Tavern.
Yes.
Like they are a great supporter of the House of Afros, Capes, and Curls.
Yeah.
AfrosCapesCurls.com for everything else and all of our social media. Next Monday, we will be back here same time, talking about the Gilded Age.
I don't know
The
about
finale comes out in, I think it is out right now.
Is there some battling in it? Do they have battles? Is there a battle in it? Is there some battle?
With words, yes. With
Bill,
words.
did you hear that? Bill, the Bill the rank card said, what? He don't like all that. He says there's some battling.
Oh, cutting. Oh, lots of cutting with words.
Oh, Lord Jesus. I just want some shoots. Shoot them. Shoot them.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, Julia, it was great seeing you again this evening. Mick, thank you for gracing us.
Of course. It's been a minute. And
I'm
glad to be back. Yes, I'm glad to be back.
I will also remind everyone that the League of Excellent and Extraordinary Negroes was Mick's idea.
Was it? Was it mine?
He does this every time. Yes.
Yeah, it was. It actually was. So we can see the shows and talk about it. I love this. I love it. And I love seeing it all the time. Now, the D&D guy, that was pretty cool, though. I like that last one.
The Legend of Vox Machina. It's a great show.
Whatever that thing is. Now, see, I don't want to see all that naked and all that stuff. You know, y'all talk about naked groans and stuff. I don't see
it was a gnome.
I don't see no naked gnome. I don't see no naked gnome.
I thought you said
was Boba Fett naked? Was Boba Fett naked? No, he was not.
In the back to tank? Well, anyway.
No, he was not naked. No. Even when Black Castancia was throwing him around and stuff, he was not naked.
He got out of the back to tank and needed to go right back in it.
Yes, he got beat up. That Wookiee was kicking the crap out of him.
That was pretty good. Okay, I think anything else?
Nope.
All right, everybody have a good night. We'll see you next Monday.